Good morning, guys. Um, just wanted to share some information uh, real quick. Again, things are still shut down for quarantine. We will not have church or youth groups again this Sunday. Again, with that being said, I just wanted to take a few minutes to share some thoughts that I've had this week for you to think about. I wanted to talk about having hope in hopelessness. Um, I think for a lot of people in this time, there's not a lot of hope. Um, you keep hearing how long will it last, again, how many people will pass away, which is a tough thing to think about and have hope when you see people losing their fight, and seeing how quickly the virus can spread. But I wanted to take a few minutes and, as believers, how we can have hope in hopelessness. I think another word that goes along with hope is faith. The definition of hope is a feeling of expectation. And we'll get into that in a minute about what that means more. But faith is completely trusting or having confidence in someone. And I think that this is an important um, point as we talk about having hope. Um, Obviously, as believers, our hope or our faith is in Christ, which makes it different than a lot of people around us. I think people struggle to find hope when they don't see a cure coming fast enough, or again, people struggling fighting this disease, how quickly it spreads. A lot of hope is lost. Um, so how can we find hope? And I think it comes from faith. And faith says, faith is the confidence. Uh, Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance of what we do not see. And that's Hebrews 11:1. Well, what is our confidence in? Um, and again, for the world, our confidence is in doctors, or how quickly we can find um, something to help with this, or when it will end. Um, but as Christians, our hope is the assurance of what we do not see, which would be Christ. And ultimately, the only person that can truly heal all that is going on is Christ Jesus, and that's where our hope comes from. But also, I think as the opposite of hope or faith is fear, and I think fear has a debilitating impact on us, and I think we see that played out a lot. If you watch the news, all you see is fear, and we should be a little afraid of the things that are going on, and be aware of the impact that this is having. But I think there's a difference between being aware and letting fear control how we act during this time. And as Christians, we need to take the same precautions that have been passed down for everybody else, but I think we can live our lives in a different way than others, knowing that ultimately this is in somebody's control. We need to have faith that God has a plan during this time, and what we can do as Christians to impact that. Hope always comes from a source, and because we know what that source is, we can have courage in this time of fear and unknowing. And how do we portray that as Christians? I think being able to support others during this time is a huge opportunity, and maybe that's by helping somebody with something small, getting groceries for somebody, um, helping the elderly that you live around, taking care of your family. All these things are a source of courage and hope to the people around you. Um, God calls us to love our neighbors, and I think part of that is huge right now because we can show courage and comfort to those around us, to our neighbors, um, by what we say, how we act during this time, and having confidence that God is in control and sharing that confidence with others, um, by not adding to the panic and chaos that we see around us. Again, I go back to a couple of weeks ago and just walking through the grocery store and the people that have no concern for any other person except for themselves. Um, and that's just a fear response that so many have. And again, I go back to we need to be aware, we need to be smart, we need to listen to those that are above us as we walk through this crisis together, but also being able to, with courage and confidence, put others above ourselves and be sensitive to those around us and bring hope to them, again, by what we do or what we say or how we act. So that's just a challenge this week. Show somebody else some hope in a time where it's hard to find hope.